Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life made better. A life made better. A life made better.
Greetings to all of our dedicated listeners of the Restore Your Health podcast. I'm your host, Laronda, and this week we'll discuss the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi, updates to COVID-19, REM Sleep Study, and natural herbs for health and wellness. Let me start by stating that all content shared on the show is for educational and informational purposes only, not meant to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent any disease. I like to start with a little inspiration. This comes from the quote, "Obstacles are things a person sees when he takes his eyes off his goals," by Joseph Cossman. This quote begins with a truthful saying. It tells the listener to focus more on their goals so they don't look at things as an obstacle or something blocking their progress. Keep your eyes on what matters in your life and work towards building a better future for you and for those you care for. I hope this inspired you to look for great things ahead rather than what's in the past. Let us begin with discussing the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, recently in the news, the flood in Jackson, Mississippi caused a major drought and loss of water for thousands of people. This disaster has made more than 500,000 homeowners go without running water to drink or to bathe with, leaving thousands to reach for outside help. This could cause another pandemic if not taken care of quickly. In cases like these, it's very imperative to act fast. Delaying or waiting around could be devastating for many and could cause another surge to the COVID-19 out and could cause cases to rise due to the lack of accessible water. The Mississippi governor warns people to not drink the water amid the ongoing water crisis in Jackson. The city has been under a boil water notice since the flood of Pearl River. This has left many people in their homes and schools with the pressure of dealing with failed water treatment systems since August 29th. Okay, so they've been fighting for clean water to drink and to clean with, which leads us to COVID-19. We're going to talk a little bit about the COVID-19 updates and what to do in circumstances like these when you just came out of a COVID pandemic and you're having to be forced to boil water or get water from outside sources rather than from the comfort of your home. Okay, so we're going to tell you what you need to do. We know that many people with cases of COVID-19, we know that water is the number one essential thing that you need to do is drink water. Why? You need to drink water to keep your body hydrated and cleansed. Okay, without water, without it, chances of getting sick with the virus is extremely high. Why? Because you're not hydrating your body and you're not keeping your surfaces or area clean. So in those cases, just make sure you have plenty of water to drink and then sip on the water, drink the water. In cases where the main water source is limited, drink bottled water. Bottled water is the next best thing. Okay, and if there's none in your city, like in some cases right here in Jackson, Mississippi, you would need to travel the nearest city with water resources and go ahead and stock up on your water. Okay, going without water is very dangerous. So let me just reiterate the importance of that. And it could cause severe illness or health conditions or health problems. The recent COVID-19 cases have since lessened in numbers. Yes, live statistics of coronavirus news tracking numbers have confirmed the confirmed cases, the tests, recovered patients, and even deaths due to the virus are being done. Okay, so they're getting the statistics on that now, but the numbers have lessened tremendously. The CDC scientist has classified COVID variants as being monitored of concern or of interest, as new variants are expected to occur worldwide. How to protect yourself from getting the variant is the question. So let's talk about that. Protecting yourself of coronavirus variants is pivotal in your well-being and for stopping the reinfection from occurring. That is why we are here to help you with effective ways to cut down on the spread. As the fall is approaching the near month, we should make sure that we are prepared for what is to come. Being prepared will give you a higher success rate in beating any such variants. The first thing is to make sure that you have plenty of clean drinking water. Okay, make sure that you are eating healthy foods and that you have a clean environment with fresh air in the remaining summer months. So we know that we've had some hot summer days in the summer months, and having clean, fresh air is very important. Okay, if you can't get that through a air conditioner, then make sure that you open up your windows and let some good fresh air come through, um, so that you're getting, or open a door to get that fresh air in. Okay. Also, keeping with the national mandates to wear masks indoors of crowded people, such as schools, gathering places, organizations, churches, grocery stores, large and small meeting places. Okay? It's very important, okay, to make sure that you are in tune with the protocols. This is not the time for us to get lax. Okay, it's not the time to stop following proper protocol. If we all work together collectively to ensure the safety of everyone, the numbers will continue to lessen, okay, and they won't rise again. However, if this is not taken seriously, the numbers could spike again and be at a worse problem than we were before. And nobody wants that. We are so tired of, the COVID-19 pandemic. I think that I can speak for everybody when I say that. Like, we are like over it completely. But we still have to follow proper protocols, and we still have to be mindful that we have the winter coming up. You can't fall asleep on this, all right? Okay, so here's some things that you can do to help for the winter. You're gonna want to stock up on foods for the winter months. Yes, we need to do that because we're expected to have a really harsh winter. Nobody knows what the winter is going to look like, but that's what they're saying. So just in case, make sure you have dry beans, frozen foods, canned foods, pickled foods, etc., things of that nature. Okay, make sure you have that on hand. Then you're going to make sure you have plenty of water on hand. Stock up on your bottled water. Make sure you have bottled water. Okay, stock up on masks, people. Make sure you have masks for the winter. Why? Because in the winter, for some reason, we tend to get a splurge in COVID-19 cases. And I think it has everything to do with, people are indoors and they're amongst each other. In the summer, everybody's out and about. They're out, out in nature, outside. They're out and about doing things. So a lot of people aren't, confined to a space where they're indoors with a lot of people. And if you are, wear your mask. Simple as that. Okay. Have plenty of cleaning supplies and paper goods available. Why? Because paper goods affords us the chance to throw them away. We don't have to keep them. I don't know about you, but I think that's a good thing, right? I don't have to wash the plate out. I can just throw it away. Just makes me want to go out and buy a huge thing of paper plates today. All right. So make sure you have that, and cleaning supplies, of course, to keep your area tidy and clean. You're going to purchase batteries for your flashlights. Make sure you have batteries for your flashlights, okay? And purchase solar lights for the outside of your space, your home, via office, space where you're going to be working, or just outside of your home. You're going to make sure that you purchase solar lights. You can get solar lights from your local department store. You can get solar light from your home and garden store, or you can purchase the larger solar panels. If that's in your budget, you can do that as well. People are moving more and more to solar energy. This is something that's not new, but within the past few years, people have been moving to solar energy. More people are buying electric cars. So, these things that I'm talking about are things in the future, but people have been doing them already. We are looking ahead, not where we are, but looking down the road, a little bit down the road. So if you can get those things, go ahead and purchase those. You're going to purchase extra coats, blankets, and pillows. Why? Because if you have a major power outage, guess what? You have blankets, coats, and pillows. Okay. And if we have a severe winter like they're expecting, you will already be prepared. Okay. Next, you're going to stay up to date with the CDC and health news right here on the Restore Your Health podcast. Okay. So we'll give you all that information, everything that you need. We'll provide it for you right here on the show. We'll work hard to keep you informed on what to do. New variants are expected to occur as the Omicron variant continues to spread throughout communities around the world. This has caused people to get reinfected, and nobody wants that. Also, the CDC encourages people who can and who want to go ahead and get vaccinated to stay up to date with your vaccines and reduce another spread of a variant. Also, in addition to that, keep your immune systems built up by eating the right foods, exercising, and putting good natural supplements into your body. This helps to strengthen the immune system. It helps to build the immune system. It helps to keep you healthy. So you're going to want to make sure that you're doing those. So make sure that you're doing that. And according to the CDC, staying up to date drastically reduces your chances of getting sick. So stay up to date, do the proper protocols, take your supplements, and make sure that you're staying healthy. Get plenty of sleep, of course, and which we are going to talk about next on the show. It's called REM sleep. I don't know if you ever heard of that before. REM. REM sleep. Well, we'll talk about it. So REM sleep and dream study is what we'll talk about here. Recently, a research study revealed that REM sleep in animals and humans seem to alternate between phases of REM and non-rapid eye movement, which is the NREM sleep. REM is defined as increased brain activity and vivid dreams that occur during REM sleep. REM sleep accounts for nearly, get this, 20 to 25% of the total hours or period of sleep. It's characterized by the rapid movement of the eyes moving from side to side. Researchers asked the question if REM sleep is associated with the content of a person's dreams, reflecting a person's gaze in the virtual dream world. However, it has been discovered that random brain activity during REM could cause these rapid movements. Nonetheless, there are some suggesting evidence that the direction of frequency of eye movement during REM sleep could be linked to virtual dream content. There's also been some contradictory on this evidence. The research that was conducted by the University of California, San Francisco, during a brain study on mice. They did this study on mice to objectively assess their eye movement, whether rapid eye movement or during REM sleep. However, in a more present study, researchers focus on the head direction cells in the horizontal plane, a subpopulation of neurons in the brain region called the thalamus, which acts as a compass and indicates the direction in which mouse perceived itself going in. Researchers conducted this study on awake mice, and they recorded the activity on the head mice to achieve this data. Then they surgically implanted electrodes in the thalamus of the mice and recorded the activity of the head direction cells while these mice explored a small arena. So they've implanted a lightweight electrode into the mice to conduct this study. Any changes in the head direction of the awakened mice while exploring their environment is accompanied by a saggade rapid movement of both eyes, and in some in the same direction to help shift their focus to a direct point of the visual field. Researchers use lightweight head-mounted cameras to record the head and eye movement in animals while they explore their environments. The recordings from the head revealed the direction of head movements were associated with specific patterns of activity in the head direction. Notably, the researchers found accurate head movements in awake mice by assessing their activity and the activity of the head direction cells. Moreover, the direction of head turns found by the head direction cells predicted the link to the direction of the saccadic eye movements, which was the same during the REM sleep. Wow, that's amazing. I don't know about you, but that says a lot right there. They are doing these studies on mice. They are able to install a lightweight camera, a electrode into mice so that they can do these recordings and they can get this information. Well, that's very interesting, shall I say, that they are able to do that now. It just lets you know where we are in our world. Like science is advancing so much so that they are able now to install these cameras into the mice so that they can get the recording and kind of predict the direction in which the mice are going in. I found that to be very intriguing, and thought that you guys need to know that that's what we are here in. That's what we are. That's what we are here in our world. So yeah, if you like to know more information on the REM sleep study, you can look at the resources. We'll just put we'll put the information in the link that you guys can have it. But if you want to know more about that, we'll share that with you as well. Okay. And next we're going to talk about natural supplement, which is the nature's own CBD oil. The nature's own CBD oil. So what is CBD? What does CBD stand for? Cannabinoid. It is a compound that comes from the hemp plant, also known as cannabis sativa. This compound is part of a complex body system called the endocannabinoid system, and we'll talk a little bit about that next. Okay, so the endocannabinoid system. What is the endocannabinoid system? Okay, the endocannabinoid system is a regulatory system in the body that helps the brain functionality, and it helps to regulate the nerves, the endocrine, and the immune system. It assists with things like digestion, pain modulation, reproduction, stress, appetite control, mood, temperature control, and even memory. This is a complex system that's undergoing further research, and it has been known to become one of the new frontiers for plant-based medicine. Yeah, so they're looking at that. They've been looking at CBD oil for quite some time. But now we are at a place now in our society where it's being used more and more with holistic health doctors and with traditional medicine doctors. The ECS works to regulate the messages that are sent throughout the body. When your brain wants to send a message to the body, it releases a chemical called the neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitter is released from neurons. Okay, and once this message is released, it must reach across a gap to the next neuron. When the message is received, it excites the neuron, which then allows the message to continue moving from neuron to neuron until it reaches its final destination. When the neurotransmitter excites the neuron, it interacts with the cannabinoid receptors acting as locks that can only be used to unlock with a specific set of keys. Two of the most well-known receptors in this system are CBD1 and CBD2. This action affects how messages are sent and received and processed, and it also helps to regulate the processes of the body creating homeostasis or balance. Okay, so a lot of you want to know what's the difference in THC and CBD. Well, let's see. CBD, okay, stands for whether you believe it or not, one of the biggest concerns about CBD is that whether it contains THC or not. Well, let me tell you, the Nature's Own does not. It does not. 0%. Okay. So let's talk about it. THC, and if you're using it, means that you are using a form of marijuana. THC is a form of marijuana. CBD is not. Okay? THC stands for tetrahydrocannabinol. It gives a euphoric feeling, often referred to as getting high. THC interacts with the CB1 receptors, okay, mainly in the brain and central nervous system, while CBD does not. Okay, CBD does not interact with the body the same way as THC. Okay, and has no psychoactive properties, none. There is no euphoric feeling or altered mental state. CBD works with CB2 receptors and has more of an impact on your immune system, gastrointestinal, and peripheral nervous system. Cannabis stevia varieties with less than 0.3% THC by dry weight are considered hemp plants. Okay, so if it has 0.3% or less of dry weight, is considered it's considered hemp plants if it contains 0.3%. Varieties with higher levels of THC are considered marijuana. So if it's higher percentage than that, it is considered to be marijuana if it has THC in it. Okay, but like we said, Nature's Ultra does not have any THC, so it is 100% safe. Okay, you don't have to worry about it. It has nothing in it. Okay, does not have that in it. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. There are two terms you need to learn when understanding CBD. There are full spectrum isolate. A full spectrum product still comes from the same cannabis stevia plant, but it must contain less than the 0.3% THC. It is processed in a way that allows it to retain the terpenes, flavonoids, plant parts, and other cannabinoids. The downside of full spectrum is a small amount of THC that can still cause a person to fail a drug test. Some individuals are also more susceptible to the effects of THC and may have a negative experience. Okay, the benefits of full spectrum oil are terpenes that create a synergistic effect in the body when combined with CBD. So CBD Isolate, however, is the purest form of CBD, as we said. This is the YL Nature's Ultra. The supercritical CO2 extraction is used to remove everything from the product except the CBD compounds. That leaves you, as you know, with a product of 0%, 0.0% THC. And because it's an isolate, there are no trace amounts of THC. None, zero, which means you will not interact with a drug test. By isolating with the CBD compounds, we can ensure you the safety, purity, and therapeutic value of the CBD oil. In order to get a synergistic effect, we can use therapeutic grades of essential oils to add terpenes back into the product, thereby creating a controlled full spectrum CBD oil. So that is the difference between the two. So I just want to share that with you guys. I thought that you need to know a little bit about what the difference was and the impact on CBD. Like I said, it helps your immune system, your digestive system. It helps to calm your nerves, your mood, reduce occasional anxiety. All of these things, different health condition, your muscles, your joints. CBD oil is excellent, and especially the Nature's Ultra, because like I said, it contains no THC, so there are no worries there. The endocannabinoids can be naturally found also in breast milk, and CBD Isolate is generally thought to be safe for pregnant women and nursing mothers. So CBD can also be used topically to soothe sore muscles and joints and to support healthy skeletal systems. So CBD oil has, as you can see, a wide range of benefits. Okay, that's the CBD Ultra. You can get that off of our website as well, our Young Living website. Okay, and we will have the link provided for you at the end of our discussion. Here are just a few things that CBD oil has been used for. It's been used for mental support. Okay, some studies have found that CBD oil may be effective in providing relief of various mental health conditions. It's been used for pain relief. There's been various types of pain, such as arthritis, neuropathic pain, different types of pain that CBD oil is helpful for. Or it can be used to provide help with seizures and epilepsy. It can also be used to improve your immunity and to reduce inflammation in the body. Okay, it's been used by cancer patients for the reduction of chemotherapy-related nausea. It's been also used for sleep disorders and addictions. So as you can see, CBD oil has been used for a wide variety of things, from external to internal. You can definitely find it highly beneficial. And if you'd like to purchase the kits, you can get the kit, or if you like to purchase any of the CBD oil products separately, you can also get those off of our website. Please do remember that all of our products are backed with a seed to seal guarantee. That is our quality to commitment. Okay, so we have that also on our website. And like I said, we will post on here the link where you can purchase your CBD oil if you'd like to get that. The CBD roll-on contains 300 milligrams. It goes from 300 milligrams, and we also have the 600 milligram. The CBD oil itself, the citrus, or we have three different varieties of the CBD oil, but you can get it in a 500 milligram or 1000 milligram. Then you can also get it in the CBD muscle rub that we talked about on the show, which is amazing, by the way. I've used that CBD rub. It is amazing. It works fast and it does what it says it's going to do. So that's another amazing product that you are going to want to make sure that you have on your list of natural supplements and things to get. Well, guys, I want you guys to stay connected with us right here as we deliver the latest on how to restore your health with the means of natural health medicine, healthy foods for the body, holistic health, and health information and news updates as we share on the show every week. Well, that concludes this week's episode of the Restore Your Health podcast. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and share it with a friend. Until next week, have an amazing week, everyone.
Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life made better. A life made better. A life made better.